Hello friends, and welcome once again to our program. We are going to be covering the spiritual discovery. As a church, we have got what we call the fundamental beliefs. These are the beliefs that we share, and we have proof from the Bible that they are true. How many of those beliefs do you know? How many verses can you relate to each fundamental belief? I want you to review them. The Seventh-day Adventist church fundamental beliefs. What do they mean? Remember when you were being baptized, the pastor recited them. I think he recited 13, or he could have recited less or even more. But do you remember why you're lifting your hand? And you got baptized and you joined God's church. I want you to go on and memorize 5 in support for one of each fundamental belief. Let's take a common one. The Sabbath is part of our fundamental belief. Which verse comes to mind when you talk about the Sabbath? I know there's Genesis chapter 2. I know there's also Exodus. But which chapter do we find it in Exodus? Can you help me? Do you remember it? And what does it mean to you? I want you to go on and get 5 verses that you can link. What about death? We normally lose our loved ones. Do we still write rest in peace on our statuses? What does it mean? Can the dead speak? Can the dead eat? Can the dead see us? Those are questions that I want you to answer as you go through the fundamental beliefs. I want you to be able to present to your church those fundamental beliefs. Maybe talk to your Sabbath school superintendent so that they can give you a slot and you present the fundamental beliefs. Or maybe you can go a step further and present them in a PowerPoint. How about that? I would love to listen, and I would love that you share them. Or maybe you can act them out as a skit. How about explaining to us temperance? Or maybe stewardship as a part. It is part of our fundamental beliefs. What is a steward? What is a faithful steward? I want us to move on and read. We have to love reading, remember? For the Bible says, read to show yourself approved. We need to study. Even at school, we do study, and then the exams come. After they come, what happens to us? Now, I want you to read the AY story, Adventist Youth Story, how it all began. Or maybe you can take it a step further and read the Pathfinder story and understand where we come from as Pathfinders. But I want you to read a book. Then I want you to move on to serving others. Now, when we are serving others, we spoke about identifying things in the community. I want you to go and look what your community needs. Maybe your community needs a library, so that people can read and become more knowledgeable. How about recreational facilities where people can go and exercise? Maybe let it be a gym. How about starting up a gym? What exactly does your community need? Does it need a superhero? Can you be a superhero? Someone who will save people from drug addiction. Maybe you can start a rehab center where you do counseling for people. Or maybe further, we need a counseling station. A lot of people are having problems. They're having challenges in life and they don't know which way to face. How about asking a social worker to come in and do counseling? Maybe there are people who are having challenges in their marriages. How about starting that? Just giving you a few ideas. Maybe your community is different from mine. Get involved in your community and let us see what we can help our community with. Remember when Jesus fed the 5,000? Remember he brought healing because a lot of people needed healing. He studied his neighborhood. I want you to look at the honor and fulfill the requirements 1, 2, and 3, which is identifying community needs honor. It will help us to be relevant in the community, and people will know that we are helpful around the community. I want you to also compile a folder for your community and come up with a map. Draw the streets and know the area that you stay in. Does it have any public health facilities? Try and get the statistics. Is the water safe for us to drink? Is there litter? Are they dumping? What are they doing? Try and get the health statistics. How about the housing information? Are there lots of houses? Are you overcrowded? Do people need houses? Give us a report on what you find. Now, the next part is going to cover making friends. So when you have helped the community, you will find that it's easy for you to find friends. I want you to discuss with your friends and then identify those who are physically challenged. And you come up with exercises for them. I've seen people who play basketball on wheelchairs. I've also seen people who have got special wheelchairs and they run marathons. How about getting involved in that and inspiring one of the people who are wheelchair bound to get into these exercises? How about investigating? I want you to also cover the stewardship honor, but only in part. I want you to cover requirement 3, 5, and 6. Come up with a way of reaching out. But if you look at your day, how do you spend your day and how do you spend your weekend? During the holidays and after the holidays. I want you to tell me whether you work for pay, do you have family time, or you just lock yourself up in your room? Do you have personal devotions? Remember, the law says, keep the morning watch. Do you still keep the morning watch? Do you have public worship where you go to church? Are you involved in family worship? What fun things do you do? Do you go to the mall? And how long do you take in the mall? How much time do you spend in the mall? Do you read any books? For this class, we are reading the AY story. How long does it take for you to read one book? How about television? How many TV shows do you watch? Which site are you using for your movies or TV series? Are you on Netflix? Are you on Showmax? Are you using DSTV? How much time do you spend watching television and which programs do you enjoy? How about meals when you're eating? Does it take you 30 minutes to finish your plate? Does it take an hour? Or you're always so hungry that it doesn't take you time? How about your sleep? Ooh, I love sleep. How many hours do you spend sleeping? 4 hours? Or 5 hours? We recommend at least 8 hours for you to be fully refreshed. What takes up your sleep time? Is it the TV games? Is it chatting to friends? How about delaying those delights? You postpone them, you do what is more profitable first. I want you to also look at your personal needs. What do you need? How about class time? How much time do you spend in class? 4 hours? Or maybe 5? 6? How much time do you spend? I want you to divide that into the 24 hours. School study. How many hours do you spend studying your books? Which one is your favorite subject? How about traveling? Traveling to school? Traveling from school? How much time does it take for you to get home and set up? Do you take any music lessons? For music is beautiful and is appropriate for all events. For every event there is music. Do you take any music classes? If you do, how much time do you spend practicing? And the home chores. Do you help around in the house? Wash dishes? Or maybe even prepare dinner? How much time does it take for you to do that? How about shopping? Ooh, I love shopping. Do you? Or you shop online? Where do you do your shopping? And how long does it take? I want you to follow that for about 3 days so that we get to earn the stewardship honor, and that will be in our advanced classes. Thank you, and may God bless you.